Welcome to Kahawa Sukari, a neighborhood of two worlds. On one side, the old Kahawa Sukari is lined up with apartments that house a bustling and thriving middle class community. On the other side of the coin, the new Kahawa Sukari version is where the rich retreat behind the gates of luxury, living in grand mansions and behind high walls of posh estates. What a place of contrast, transformation, and a glimpse into Nairobi's evolving real estate scene. From here to wherever you're watching me from, adventure never stops. And so, it's time to buckle up your seatbelts for another adventure. Hi there, my name is Victoria and this is Victoria Adventure. On today's vlog, welcome to Kahawa Sukari community, where the line between the middle class and the luxurious class is boldly drawn. What is it that really defines the Kahawa Sukari? Let's go and explore that out. So guys, this is the famous Eastern Bypass Kamakisia, and very soon we are going to come and explore this place. But for today, let's go to Kahawa Sukari. Kahawa Sukari is strategically located along Thika Road, and it is nestled between two iconic landmarks, that is the Northlands City and the Kenyatta University. On one side, you have the Northlands, which is a massive development project which I believe will transform this entire region once it's completed. By the way, the Northlands spans over 11,000 acres and it is set to host residential estates, commercial hubs, schools, maybe even industrial park. That is once it will be completed. On the other side, you have Kenyatta University with thousands of students and staffs. It has played a major role in growth of Kahawa Sukari, by the way, by fueling demands for housing projects, the apartments, and that is now the old Kahawa Sukari, businesses, and also some social spaces. In fact, by the way, some students and lecturers prefer to live in Kahawa Sukari for its convenience and tranquility, and also the distance to Kenyatta University. It's just around. So, with these two giants flanking Kahawa Sukari, it's no surprise that this estate is fast becoming one of the most sought after neighborhoods along Thika Road and in Kiambu County and also in Nairobi. So guys, this is Kahawa Sukari and you can see it is well developed with good infrastructure, roads, business setups, and so let's go and explore the old Kahawa Sukari. And here we are. The structure sitting right over here is one of the old landmarks of Kahawa Sukari, the Kenvarsity Circle. You can't miss that when you're on the highway. Guys, today I take you back in time to uncover the story of the old Kahawa Sukari, which is the quiet neighborhood that laid the foundation of what we see today. That is where there are posh estates and where the rich hide and live. So, long before the estate that we know today, this land here was part of vast coffee plantations, hence the name Kahawa, meaning coffee, and the word Sukari later meant somehow it added a touch of prestige to this place, making it sound like a sweet place to live in. That's my take. But back then, this wasn't a bustling estate that we see today. It was quiet residential area, home maybe to a selected few, mostly professionals from KU or high-ranking government officials who wanted a peaceful escape from the city noise. So in the early days, Kahawa Sukari had a distinct charm. That is, the roads were fewer, mostly lined up with trees, a few houses, yeah. But I don't mean bungalows, just those small houses. So there were no apartments, no high-rise building, just a handful of homes spread across a gated community and along the road. So shopping in the old Kahawa Sukari was an experience in itself because there were no massive supermarkets like we have today. Instead, small shop and kiosk are what served people of this community and this estate here. And community life was centered around schools and churches, whereby these two places brought residents together for meetings, weddings, and also social events. But time always brings change because the last few decades have reshaped Kawasukari in few ways people could have imagined. So, what was once a peaceful retreat is now a thriving residential hub with new apartments, bungalows, modern shopping centers, the supermarkets, and even an ever-growing population. Yeah. So the streets are more busier than before. The houses are taller, and the land. Let's say that the prices have now skyrocketed. In this land, well, by now it costs millions and millions of money. Yani, the price has skyrocketed from what was there before. But despite the modernization, the old Kahawa Sukari still lingers in the air because if you look closely, you'll find traces of the past where it all began before this place became a posh place where the rich hide. So, as I stand here looking at what Kahawa Sukari has become, I can't help but wonder what will this place look like in another 20 years or so to come. But one thing is for sure, it's that the adventure of transformation never stops. As you can see, this is Marsabit Estate, one of the many gated estates in Kahawa Sukari, alright? So Kahawa Sukari was once a quite gated neighborhood and it's now a thriving estate that defines modern suburban living, yeah? The bungalows and mansions are now dominating these landscapes. One of the first things you'll notice about this new Kahawa Sukari is the improved infrastructure. Roads that were once narrow and dusty are now well paved and lined with street lights, by the way. Connectivity has become easier to the main Thika superhighway, making movement in and out of the estates seamless and flawless. Yeah? And if you are thinking of settling here, well, let's just say things have changed. The large compounds that once defined old Kahawasukari are now a rare sight, replaced by the modern apartments and townhouses, but mostly these posh sites is replaced by bungalows, mansions, and name it, those modern houses za kisasa. And by the way, what you are looking at right now is Kahawa Sukari police station, yeah? So the security around this place is well beefed up. So kudos, good job. Today, Kahawa Sukari is home to modern supermarkets and trendy restaurants around the likes of Kina KFC and all that. So you don't have to go far and wide to get what you need. Everything is right here within this Kahawa Sukari estate. This is a park where locals come to park and chill out, by the way. Land prices by now have soared high, and real estate developers are maximizing every inch of the space that is available here. So this estate has evolved from an exclusive, low-density suburb into one of Nairobi's most sought-after residential areas. That is by the rich and, politicians. Some of them live around these places. But it is not just about housing. Business is booming too in these estates, yeah? Mingi ni zenye bado zinajengwa, bado hawajaingia. This is Jacaranda Court, a gated community here, yeah? And that one says New Kahawa Sukari Association. And guys, that's a church right over there. Amazing. A church inside an estate. Hey, this gated community has everything. Everything, guys. Everything. So guys, let me know your thoughts about this new Kahawa Sukari as compared to the old Kahawa Sukari. Yeah? What do you think about the architecture, the infrastructure of this new Kahawa Sukari compared to the old Kahawa Sukari that I just showed you while we were beginning this video? Leave me your comments in the comment section on what are your thoughts, and let me also know where you would love me to take you to the very next adventure. Meanwhile, enjoy the views of this modern suburban living in Kahawa Sukari. One thing that remains unchanged is the sense of community. Security is still a top priority with well mannered gates, private guards in each estate, and also CCTV surveillance ensuring that Kahawa Sukari maintains its reputation as a safe and serene neighborhood. This Kahawa Sukari we once knew is a better version of itself, right? Absolutely, by the way. The estate has embraced the future, evolving to meet the needs of growing, fast-paced city while still holding on to its old charmness. Yeah? The story of Kahawa Sukari is far from over. With more developments on the way, who knows what the next decade will bring. But one thing is for sure, this estate is going nowhere but higher and up.